join on YouTube, if you prefer going to YouTube, go on Gabriel Juliet, same name, Gabriel Juliet. Okay, checking if the live is working on YouTube, and then we go. Get started. Oh yeah, I can hear myself. Incredible, incredible. So hello guys. As you can see, the screen looks a bit different and I look a bit different as well because, hey, change up the value, the production value of all that, put the camera, light and all. So, hey, now that I pretty much know the setup and the right things to do, I make everything look pretty. But I first, remember, things I always say, first commit first to doing the thing. And I'm pretty hey, delighted about the things I set it up. But hey, you gotta start first before making it look great. Now, I'm going to share with you my screen now to share with you the subject of today's video. Today's live episode is how to generate leads like Clockwork online. I'm going to share my screen as well because I got a pretty. I also upgraded the slides. Look at this. Like, I also put images. Wow. So today the subject is how to generate leads like Clockwork. How can you do that, especially online? Because that's something that I see a lot of people struggling. They want to know, hey, how do you do that? Oh, ClickFunnels, landing pages stuff, because that's one way to do it. But how do you do that? Well, today I'm going to talk about all those subjects in the video right now. So first, let me get started with a quick introduction, because if you don't know me, my name is Gabriel Juliet. I'm the CEO and founder of Juliet Media and Juliet Productions. That's why I know how to install those pretty lights and all those good stuffs. But the point is, the reason I created those companies is to make sure that I can help entrepreneurs and business owners share their messages online the best they possibly can. Because I know the way I can impact as many people as possible is making sure the people I help are helping out as many people as possible. And that's why I created a video production company and an online marketing company. And that's why we're doing those lives. Hey, so quick introduction about me. Now let's get back to the subject of today's video. How to generate leads like Clockwork online. But first, remember, you need to subscribe to the show. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to make sure that you're on the show every day at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're on the Clubhouse room, as you can see now, I've got those little badges that I made on the thing I'm on, the virtual background. Marketing Commandos on Clubhouse. You can follow that room and you can go actually and ask some questions, because yes, I'm also live on Clubhouse at the same time. Also, and if you want to go in there and ask your questions live, I will answer them, no problem. So let's get back on the screen, because I've got pretty things to show you on that screen. First subject that we're going to talk about today is what is the best way to get leads online? What is the best way? And honestly, this happens to everybody. That thing I'm going to talk about, I think everybody went through that process. So that's pretty much a testament to how great it is and how it works for pretty much any niches and whatever you are doing. The best way to make sure that you generate leads online is to have a lead generation sales funnel. As simple as that. You need to have a lead generation funnel. That's the number one way to do that. And there are different reasons that you can use them. But why is that the best way to do it, actually? Well, one of the reasons is that it's extremely simple to set up pretty much from any funnels that you can get, any funnels that you can make. The leads funnels are by far the simplest to make. Can really take less than 10 minutes. And that's actually what I'm going to show you. If you stay on the show, I'm going to share with you my framework to get your lead generation funnel up in less than 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. If you'd like to see that, you gotta keep being on the show. But the thing is, it's extremely simple to make and it's extremely scalable. When you have that process, that simple page that is working, you can basically scale it from there and it's going to generate results at scale. And it's extremely easy to scale and just pump more traffic into it. So that's why I really love lead generations pages. And one of the other things that's great with that is that there is a way for every industries. It's not like something that's specific for coaches, consultants, people with that sell products online. No, everybody can find a way to use the lead generation funnels. And they all, there is also another, how do you say that, interesting thing that you can do when you are building a lead generation funnel, which is that you are generating and growing your email list. Now, I know some people may go and look up to the sky and be like, hey, generating an email list, why do I need that? Well, you definitely need that. If you are serious about growing your business online, that's basically your lifeblood. You truly need to have an email list. And why is that? Well, let me tell you something. If you have traffic, if you are running ads, if you are posting on social media, you're doing that to generate traffic and customers and ultimately sales, right? Well, the thing is, those ways are efficient, but by far the most efficient way to do that is to do it via email. If you look at conversion rates over a promotional message, over all platforms, you take Instagram, YouTube, you take whatever way of promoting a message that you want, you take all those ways. By far, the best conversions rates you will have are in your email list. Why? Because those are people that know you, trust you, you build a relationship with them if you do it the right way. But that's going to be another episode. But the point is, this is the place where you make the most money. Plus, you own the traffic. So if Facebook or Instagram or YouTube got a problem one day and they are not happy with the way you're doing ads, you still have your list and you have full control over that. Where Facebook or YouTube, you have no control over that. So build your list, and leads funnel, lead generations funnels like that are an excellent way to do that and for you to have control. So that's a great thing that you guys need to do. Now, how much do you guys like that little part? If you do like that, make sure you subscribe to the show and you add us. I'm gonna do it right away. Yes, right side this time. You add us on the Marketing Commandos room club, actually, on Clubhouse. So you can join and ask your questions live. Now, I'm going to go into the next step of my little presentation. And we're going to do some Q&As, little lead generation questions that I figured out that a lot of people are asking themselves. I gather them and I answer them for you. So you don't have to look for the answers by yourself. Don't have to spend an hour or two wasting on YouTube. I'm going to do that in 5 minutes with you. So, hey, let's go into the first question. Why are lead generation funnels the best way to get leads easily? Why are they the best way? Because I say they are the best way, but why is that? Well, as I talked about previously, first, they are by far the easiest way to generate leads. And they are extremely easy to set up. In 10 minutes, you can have one. In 10 minutes, bam, you got one. Extremely easy. I'm going to share with you a process later on in the video. If you're watching the replay, make sure you go into the Marketing Commandos show to look at the method I'm using. But the point is, it's extremely easy to set up. It gives incredible results, and it's very easily scalable. So whenever you got a process, a page that's working, with an offer that's working and all that, you basically have to pump more traffic in it, and it's going to work like clockwork, like wonders. So that's why it's the best way by far. Now, question number 2. How can I build my lead generation funnel? Because, hey, that's great, Gabriel. You say it's easy. You say it's the best way. But now, how can I do that? Well, you simply have to take, I'm going to show the process again later on in the presentation of today's Marketing Commandos show. But the thing is, you have to go into a simple landing page building software. I recommend ClickFunnels because you have a lot of accessibility and a lot of other tools that you can access with that. But you basically go in there. I'm not going to spoil my process, but you basically go in there and you create a sales page, actually in that case, a lead generation funnel in there. And that's extremely simple. You can easily do that in less than 10 minutes. And after that, you have your page, set it up, and you just have to pump traffic into it. And that's pretty incredible. Okay, now we're going to go into the next question. Question number 3. Question number 3 is, hey, do you have to pay for ads to generate traffic? And that's a great point. That's a great point because I see a lot of people that don't want to get into that sales funnel landing pages universe because they think, hey, I need to pay for traffic to do Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, Google, PPC to get traffic to those pages. Well, that's not true. I know a lot of people that are only using ads when they get to 7 figures. And oftentimes that's what we do. You basically test a funnel until you put it to 7 figure, and then you put a massive amount of ads behind that because the concept is already proven. The point is, those people understand how to generate traffic pretty much organically. And you can definitely get a ton of traffic. Sometimes I know people that are doing even more traffic with organic reach, which means not paid, than with paid traffic. So it's just another thing to figure out, but you definitely don't need to have a Facebook ad campaign set it up to get some leads or some sales. In that case, leads. Now, you guys, do you guys like that show? If you do like that show, make sure you subscribe to the Marketing Commandos show. I'm still getting set up to the not set it up. I'm still getting used to the new setup that I created. That looks pretty great. I'm proud of myself. I'm happy about that. Now, we're going to go into the next step. Next step that I set it up for this show is, let me share my screen again, the top 3 lead generation funnels. Top 3 lead generation funnel. There are 3 that you need to know and that you can choose. You can pick and choose, and you can test which one works the best for you. But there are 3 funnels that you need to remember before you need to choose, okay, which one am I going to pick? Which one am I going to set up? And the first one is the squeeze page. I also put a little image to make sure that you understand that with it. So the squeeze page is basically the most easy, classic way to generate leads. You basically have here, you put an headline, you put an offer, you put a form with email and name or phone numbers, but just oftentimes just email and name. They submit it, and in exchange of that, they get a free resource. That's usually what happens, and that's usually what's made in those funnels. And those pages are like, especially those ones, you can set them up in like seconds for real, because they're so easy to make. You made headline, the form, that's pretty much all set up already, an image, you're done. That's it. That's really, really simple. So that's basically one of my favorite ones to do because they're so simple. Number 2 are the survey funnel. Now, those ones are a little bit more, not tricky to set up, but they take a bit more time. But the thing is, they're incredibly interesting if you have different kind of customers and you want to send them to different kind of pages. For example, let's say in my situations as an agency owner, I can work with different people. I can work with e-commerce businesses. I can work with realtors. I can work with websites. I can work with consultants and coaches, brick and mortar businesses, and all those different businesses. It's better to put them into different sequences because, hey, if I try to talk to everybody at the same time, I'm not going to convert them. So one of the things that you can do that is, for example, you do a survey funnel, which is a mini quiz. So you put a quiz that basically helps you identify, okay, that's a business owner that does this and that in my situation if you're an agency owner. So, okay, if the guy is a brick and mortar business owner, I'm going to send him or her to a specific funnel that's specifically made for brick and mortar businesses. You can share them a case study at that page. Basically, hey, be here and show them that, hey, with that brick and mortar business, it works for them. Look at that. So that's a way you can use survey funnels. You can use that if you want to segment the different kind of customers that you may have. That's extremely interesting, and that also helps to target very precisely what customers enter to your funnel and what message you want to send them. So that really helps to boost the conversion rates. So I really love that one as well. And then you got funnel number 3, which is a summit funnel. Now this one is extremely great for another reason, which is basically that, you know what a summit is. Basically, you gather a few people that you do an event with, and then what you basically do is like, hey, we do that event with X, and Y, and Z, and you basically just have to send your email address and you get free access to that. So maybe on the thank you page also you do an upsell where you get some VIP seats when they get the recording, for example. So you can make sure if you run a little bit of ads or you want to get a bit of return on investment, you can do that. So it can cover your ad cost. That's what we do oftentimes. So you can do that on the thank you page here, upgrade to a VIP option. But then the thing is basically, hey, you have all those days that those people are going to run the event, and then you run the event as the host, and you collect all those email addresses. Now, what's the cool part about this strategy is that you basically use other people's audiences and add them to your list, to your leads. So that's great if you do an industry event and you gather a lot of people that are that have a lot of notoriety in that, and a lot of people that are following them in that space. That's extremely great because you are going to basically gather all the traffic that those people come with, and because you are at the place of the host, you get that perception that you're the deal, you know what I mean? So you're going to gather all that and they're going to respect you. So that's an extremely great source of leads. And you can be creative in the way you generate that. But that's an extremely great funnel. Now, I got a little bonus tip that can complete add on to what I just talked to you about, guys. Now, the tip is the more you target your offer to your dream customers, the more leads that are qualified you're going to get. What does that mean? I'm going to get back on my pretty face to talk to you about that. What that means is basically that if you take a lead and they say, oh, the lead sucks, the leads are not qualified. Well, that's because you didn't qualify them enough on the page. Because think about it, that we always think about a funnel. If you let everybody passes during your process under there, you're going to get people that are not qualified. But if you only get past the right people, if you only let the right people pass through that filter that you put, then you're going to be able to get all the qualified leads you want. So the thing is, you really have to understand, okay, what does my dream customer want? What do they really want? And only put a resource that those guys would want to pick up. The more targeted that resources for them is, the higher the chances for only them to pick it up. So that's the way you're going to get those qualified leads. That's pretty much the best way to do that, because yeah, if you let pass everybody, like, of course you're not going to get qualified leads. So make sure you make whatever your freebie is, the thing that, whether it's the message that you put on your summit page, on your summit funnel, or it is the resource that you put in exchange of an email address on a simple squeeze page, make sure it's targeted only for the people that you want to be qualified. Now, I'm going to go to the next step, which is what I talked about in the beginning of the class, which is, hey, how to make a squeeze page, a lead generation funnel in less than 10 minutes. But first, I'm going to do a quick refresh of the room and of the live show. Make sure you subscribe to the show. We do that show every day at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to go on our wrong side again on YouTube to watch the live video, you can go on Gabriel Juliet. Or if you want to join the clubhouse room that I'm doing at the same time to ask your questions live and for me to be answering them, you can join in the club Marketing, wrong side again, Marketing Commandos show. Every day at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live, brought to you by your favorite host, Gabriel. Now, I'm going to share with you my screen again to give you the process, 5-step process for creating a lead generation funnel in less than 10 minutes. Only 5 steps. And I'm going to go over them quickly because they're really fast, because it's extremely easy. The process is, as a strategy, extremely easy. Now, first go to ClickFunnels. You go enter clickfunnels.com. I'm telling you, it's going to be really, really fast and easy. You sign up. Okay, step number 2, you sign up. Now, it's not going to be like, how do you say that? It's not going to change the world what I'm going to tell you, but I guarantee you it's extremely easy and simple. You sign up. Second step is you choose a lead generation funnel template. So you choose, okay, do I want a survey funnel? Do I want a lead squeeze? Lead squeeze, goddamn my French. Lead squeeze page, or do I want a summit funnel? Or do I want a survey funnel? You choose whatever you want. And then you pick a template according to that funnel that you want. And then, step number 4, you fill it up with your stuff. Instead of the template you got, you put your free book, your free resource that you create. Or instead of, you gather a few people and you're like, hey, we're going to do an event, a summit, great, join us. You basically put your videos, your photos, your text, instead of what is on the template. Pretty self-explanatory. And then you publish it. Wow, that's not really complicated. No, for real, that's as simple as that. A lead generation funnel is by far one of the simplest and the easiest to set up. You go and click funnels, you pick a template, you choose which one you want, you publish it before you fill it up with your own stuff, and that's pretty much it. That's by far one of the easiest funnels to set up. So make sure you use it correctly, because hey, that's extremely easy to do, and that's an incredible opportunity to create your funnel, to have it up, and to start to get building that list of customers that will buy from you again and again. Okay, great. Now we're going to go into the last step of today's show, which is going to be a quick summary of what we covered today so far. But remember, before I end the live show, before I do that, remember that we do this live show, Marketing Commandos, every day at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can go on YouTube, you can go on Clubhouse, pick whichever one you want. But the thing is, remember that every day at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, your boy Gabriel talks about marketing and how you can dominate the online game. Now, I'm going to go over the last session of today's live webcast. The final thoughts. What can we gather as thoughts? What can we take as a conclusion of what we talked about today? Number one, lead generation funnels are by far the best way to get a ton of qualified leads. As I told you, they are extremely easy to set up. As I showed you in my 5-step process, it takes less than 10 minutes. And what's incredible as well is that it's really easily scalable. Whenever it works, whenever you see you have enough leads and okay, the funnel works, you basically pump some more traffic in there and you're good to go. So that's why it's extremely, extremely interesting to set up one. Number two, the 3 types of funnels that you should do for lead generations are squeeze pages. I really struggle to say that one. Squeeze pages, there we go. Summit funnels and survey funnels. Those are the 3 ones that you need to remember. Squeeze page, goddamn, squeeze pages, summit funnels, and survey funnels. Those are the 3 best ways to do online marketing and to make sure that you get a ton of leads online, and are really easy to set up, by far the easiest. And last question, no, not the question, last point we covered today is the more you target your offer for your dream customer, the more leads that will be qualified will enter your funnel. And that's by far the most important thing. Every complaint you will ever do when you say the lead sucks, the leads are not correct, they are not qualified, it's because you didn't qualify them at the top of your funnel. This is the very top. If you mess up here, the whole pipeline is messed up. So make sure that you qualify them with a resource. If you exchange a resource for free, for example, make sure only that person will gather it up. What I mean by that is, let's take an example for me. If my target audience is people that are already set it up on the internet game, that are not creating their first websites, for example, and I want people and businesses that are established at least a bit on the internet already. Maybe I can use some technical words that's maybe not that technical, but words that only people that are set it up on the internet for long enough can understand, that people that basically are totally new will not understand. So that way, hey, the people that know it all, or at least that know it enough for me to talk to them, will understand and connect, and they will get the resource, and the other ones will be like, hey, I don't understand that, I'm not interested. Simple as that. That's a way you can do that, but you really have to make sure you qualify your leads first on that page, because if you don't, you're going to have a lot of unqualified leads. And that's also a process that you can reverse engineer. If you see you have a lot of unqualified leads coming through your pipeline, that's maybe the reason why. And I can pretty much assure that is the reason why. And that's, you should look back on, hey, are only our dream customers picking up that resource? Are only our dream customers sending up and submitting that form? That's basically the way to do it. Now, guys, hey, we're coming to the end of today's episode of Marketing Commandos. Make sure to share the stream to somebody that wants to take his business to the next level. And remember, we're doing that live stream every day, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, even in the weekend, even Sundays, man. I'm always here, always be here, no problem. Every day, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Gabriel on Marketing Commandos. I did it the right way this time. Gabriel Juliet on YouTube if you want to watch the video feed, or You can go on the clubhouse so you can ask your questions live because I'm running the clubhouse room at the same time. So you can do that as well. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm going to end the live stream now. I wish you an incredible day and I see you tomorrow.